This is the Fire Cube from Amazon, and it is essentially a smart TV platform that is built into a small device that you plug into your TV. So you're getting both a smart TV platform and a voice assistant all in one. This is the Fire Cube's home screen, and I figured that it'd be better for me to show you how it works from here, from this vantage point where I'm not in the frame, so that you can get an idea of what it looks like and what you can expect. The grid that you're seeing here on the home screen is not something that you can edit, so it's not like you can adjust where you want the apps to go. That's why I suggest that you download them kind of in the order that you want them to be. I know it's not ideal, but that's kind of how it is because unlike others, Amazon does not let you edit how you set up the grid. So the idea behind that is because they think that they're making it easier for you to navigate the interface both from the remote and of course by voice. So the remote's easy. As I'm using it right now, I'm just sort of scrolling. Now if I say, Alexa, show me more, it'll scroll down. So if I say, Alexa, number 3, you'll notice that each piece of content has a number set aside for it. So the reason for that is simply just for simplicity, actually. It's just to make it easier for you to get to what it is you want to look at. Rather than saying the name of the movie or the show where there's a higher degree of error in that regard, it's going to know the numbers a lot better. So if I say, Alexa, show me number 1. Okay, so it's that simple. Now if I say, Alexa, add to watch list. So you can add to watch list like that. You can also watch the trailer if you want to, or you can just say watch now, and you can get right to the film or the show. So those are just a few examples of how voice works when it comes to accessing some things. But it works for a lot of different in a lot of different ways. So if I say Alexa, go to Netflix. So as you can see here, we've entered Netflix, and again, the same sort of thing applies. So if I say, Alexa, show me movies with Robert De Niro on Netflix.
Getting Robert De Niro movies from Netflix.
So here's an example of where it knows which films have the actor Robert De Niro in them and are showing them for me here so that I can access them a lot easier. So in that regard, even though, of course, Netflix is not an Amazon app, it improves or at least simplifies how you can get to films from a specific actor or even a director. So you can even go as far as a director and see if you can see films that way. One other thing about that, though, is that although you can do that even from the home screen, where it will kind of mix different content from different content sources, it is limited in how many of those sources is going to cite. So if you're trying to look for, let's say, a specific actor and you want to see what movies or shows there are from Netflix or Prime Video, you can get there, but you're not going to get as many sources as you would from a competing product like Roku, for example. So I'm going to go back home here. I want to point out a couple caveats. So number one is, now you'll see that DAZN is there on the home screen. If I ask for that by voice, it won't know what I'm talking about. Alexa, open DAZN. As you can see, that is not DAZN. So clearly there are some things that need to be worked out here, but that's why there's going to be some confusion as to how it opens certain apps. Now, one other thing I should point out is that YouTube is there. This is a big deal because this was not on the previous Fire Cube, given the issues that Amazon and Google have had. But after their agreement in September of 2019, YouTube is back on. So you can access that very easily too. So I could say, Alexa, open YouTube.
Here's YouTube.
And it's that simple. So now I haven't signed in or anything, but I could use it signed out or whatever. But you get the idea. So basically you can go into YouTube by voice, and you can also search for content by voice on there too. One of the cool things about the Fire Cube is how it integrates with other products. You can integrate it with soundbars. I did not do that in this case, so I can't show that. But I can show how it can change HDMI input. So for example, if I say, Alexa, go to HDMI 1.
Okay.
Okay, so it's taking me to my Chromecast. So then if I say, Alexa, go to HDMI 4. Okay, so now it's taking me to live TV that I have set up here. Alexa, go to HDMI 3. Alexa, go to HDMI 3. One thing about the timing I do want to mention, you'll see that I tried to do it. I did it twice. I had to say it twice. That does happen sometimes. It's not too often, but it does happen. And I find that it's the way you say it. You have to be a little bit precise. And you say, you know, if you say it too quickly or you don't enunciate the letters in an acronym like HDMI, there's going to be some confusion, and sometimes it won't be able to do it properly. That being said, it is very cool that you can switch inputs like that. I found it actually the faster way to do it when compared to a remote, including a remote that, like a universal remote, like something like a Logitech Harmony or something of that nature. So you can get around a little bit easier in that regard. Now you can also control volume. You can raise it, you can lower it, you can scroll. So for example, I'll just show you here as Alexa, show me more. Now, the numbers will only appear when you say, show me more. If you scroll with the remote, the numbers will not appear. So that is one thing to keep in mind when it comes to navigating the interface. Alexa, show me number 3. Basic navigation is fairly easy too. So if I say, Alexa, go back home. It's that easy. So in terms of scrolling, in terms of scrolling left or right, or show me more, scroll down, scroll up, all those things can work when it comes to just navigating any page that you're on. So it's fairly simple in that regard. However, those tend to work better, if not entirely, when you're on the main interface here. So for example, if you're on Netflix and you attempt to do that, it may not work as well. You may have to use the remote in that case, whereas on Prime Video, you might have an easier time. So you'll see that there's some variations in terms of how you can move around by voice on an app-to-app basis. Alexa, open NHL.
Here's NHL.
Well, you could be anywhere. And so often you're expecting a pass through across the net there. And I think Anderson did a pretty solid job of not biting it.
Being a smart device, you can also control smart devices with the Fire Cube as well. So I don't have any setup in this actual spot where I'm showing you this, so I can't really demonstrate how that works, but suffice it to say it does work. So if you have smart home products that you want to control by voice, you can do it. So if you think of like an Echo product from Amazon or any other smart speaker or smart home device that has Alexa built in, you can control those devices through this as well. So it's not just the Fire Cube or the TV, it's also other devices too. And that's my review of the Amazon Fire Cube. For the Best Buy blog, I'm Teddy K. Thanks for watching.